Hello and welcome to Starladder and I-League's Invitational. The first match in stage 2 of the tournament is going to be SK versus Torpedo, which we're getting into on Cobblestone. The next map's going to be Mirage and the final map Overpass. So Torpedo are going to be starting on the T side, a Swedish team with the likes of Downey, Decent, who's got 2 frags already, Darty, Zende, and Atta. And obviously SK you should be familiar with. They're not having a good start to things. Only Freeze is alive and they haven't lost a single player, the T's. So that's a pretty perfect T round from Torpedo.
Side. Yeah, so I'm trying to rack my brains to where I've seen Torpedo before. They've played some LANs, they've played some competitions. They're a little bit one of the lesser known tier 2 teams. Of course, some people probably be familiar with Zende at the very least. He's been, he's been around for a long time as Zende in a bunch of tier 2 or top tier 2 Swedish teams. But I mean, if SK were to lose this, definitely that's a pretty big upset. And already not off to a good start. We have the CZ buy coming out from SK, the force buy, and they will steal away a UMP, or rather actually UMP has just been straight up bought, I think, by SK, and it looks like so far Freeze will be able to use it pretty effectively there, able to take down a couple two players. I don't know if English really works, it's not really my thing, I don't think. But it doesn't matter, SK Gaming clean up that round quite easily, and that is a really big loss to Torpedo. Their economy is going to be sent down the toilets, and they're going to have to go for a force buy themselves and see if they can kind of find a way to rock SK Gaming. But SK Gaming, they picked up 2 AKs there. And a P90, I think.
Nice. All right, so Torpedo, around the drop, going to pop flash themselves in after losing the second round here. That nade's going to do a good bit of damage here, and Asilian will clean up with the UMP, leaving only Atta alone. I've actually been looking at the MP7 recently, getting mad nerdy with SMGs and pistols, but I don't know that I have anything relevant to bore you with right now. I think the UMP is perfectly fine for that position, especially with the, I think it has the best armor penetration, doesn't it?
UMP, yeah.
Of the
SMGs.
Yeah. Of the SMGs, I mean.
Yeah, it does. Well, this looks really, really bad right now for Torpedo. I mean, they won the pistol round. They got completely crushed in their push towards A. They were not able to successfully stop the CTs from trading on them en masse with those CZs. Now their follow-up round, they got completely crushed. They didn't kill a single player of SK, and they're banking everything as far as getting momentum back into this half goes on this round right now. A couple Tech 9s, couple rifles, only one of which being an AK and an UMP and a bunch of nades. So for their sake, they really need this execute to be solid. This better be a pretty strong drill here for Torpedo, because they're going to need it to break SK, because right now SK are really running with a strong economy, and if it'll get out of control if they lose this round to poorly. And it looks like the first 2 defensive kills will go the way of Asilian. So far it doesn't look too good right now for Torpedo. Their options on getting the bomb plant are somewhat available with those smokes still up, but with the CTs looming so close, it is going to be incredibly hard. And you can see they're trying to go for the frags first to try to get some space for the bomb plant, but it's just taking way too long. Downey able to get a kill onto Pimp, but Torpedo now only left with 2 players, and they are quite low on health, one of which Darty on 4, and he might just run into 2. A quick frag there for him, a bit of a free one. Muddy trying to boost up, they're trying to go for a flank there, trying to put the moves on Torpedo. Perhaps a bit of a greedy play, considering that they have the bomb on the bomb site, and there is absolutely no reason to go for a flank in that kind of situation. And it won't pay off for them. And there we go, Magic's Boy able to clean up the last player, Darty. But yeah, definitely not a fan of that boost, as again, they have the bomb on the site. They know where all the last players are. It's definitely quite a risk. But hey, Counter-Strike is all about risks. And either way, SK Gaming are going to happily go 3-1, and with no bomb down, Torpedo are hurting on the money significantly.
Well, it had a good start, but now their future is perhaps tainted in failure, at least in the short term. No Kevlar for any of these players, save for Decent. Do we have SK with an aggressive start over towards A, but they're going to back off and obviously not wanting to give these pistols any range. So you can see 3 plays in B at the moment for SK, looking to play retake over towards A. So it seems they're happy to allow Torpedo to get on the site, to even plant the bomb perhaps. And then they will try to get control of things afterwards. So we've got Molotovs going down. The bomb has made it to the site though, and it should get planted indeed as well. So now it's a case of how much damage the T's can do. They're taking down 2 plays actually. Decent is still alive and he's picked up an AK, so we should get considerable amount done. Diffuse is coming in though. And that will be their lot, so it could have been worse for SK. Not bad at all, really.
Yeah, SK trying to make this a quick affair at the moment. If you look at their money, is getting out of hand. And Freeze has picked up the AWP. Again, definitely SK are a team that should be, or should have, essentially a much stronger result over Torpedo. I think Torpedo would be a bit of an outlier result-wise if we were to see them actually win this. But I think they do have upset potential, generally speaking. But you know, as it's the best of 3, the chances do go down somewhat. And SK are off to an amazing start on their CT side. Typically the harder side. Typically it's a struggle, or can be a struggle, to get the economy going. They've done that extremely well, playing 4 players over towards B. Now they have 2 AWPs as well, Pimp and Freeze. And I think we can all, I think we all remember the days where Pimp was AWPing for Dignitas, I think it was, for quite some time, and it was a role.
By force.
But exactly, it wasn't really a role that necessarily suited him. But situationally, if he's able to pick it up instead of being the dedicated AWPer, I'm sure that can work out much better for him. And right now, SK just playing a really passive setup. They kind of, you know, the opening gamble towards B. No aggression, very slow round from Torpedo. There's no presence for SK towards A, and it's starting to get quite late into the round. So they're going to start feeling the presence now. And here he goes. They are rotating a couple players, but SK are really out of position. Maybe Torpedo have a chance here.
I like the self-popular through in, and this is indeed getting nice work done. The Shadows going to help in that position, making it look pretty easy against Torpedo.
Almost an ace.
Yeah, Decent gets 2 frags, but again, not enough damage done to the CT economy there. So off to a good start. Testing, okay. My microphone apparently switches off then, which is quite impressive.
I didn't know this, and obviously that was quite some time. That was quite some time.
Nice.
I think you just messed everything up, James. I think you suck.
What have I done? You talk, I fix.
Okay. I think I'm okay. I think you need a readjustment. Okay, so the 5-1, very definitive AWP hold there from Pimp in the previous round. Looks like Torpedo are going to try their chances to clear some space around the A side of the map, and they have been successful, getting some positive trades going on. 1 for 2 essentially, with the death of Modi and Pimp, gives a solid chance for Torpedo to make their way into a successful site take. Of course, the CTs are quite dispersed, as you can see on the minimap. They really don't have any information either, and it's very hard for them to get information. So we'll have to see whether or not we'll get a spot for them to actually defend here. And some teams would actually gamble on one bomb site and say, hey, let's just put 2 or 3 on one site and hope that it's going to be that site, and save if it's not. But we actually have the information player. Cillian's pushing, and he's actually missed 1 player, but that's actually okay. This could actually be hilarious and work out quite well, especially now that Freeze has picked up the frag there onto Downey, gets the headshot penetration frag, and Cillian with this backstab gets the bomb down as well. Oh my god, that's so funny. Cillian able to bypass Zender, who thought for sure that there was nobody around A, but Cillian's able to creep beyond him and completely shut down the round. But these AWPs have been providing great stopping power so far for the SK side. I mean, I hope to see them run this double AWP. I hope to just keep seeing this, because it's just been so damn strong the entire time they've been using it. Big plays from Freeze and Pimp so far on the defense, and yeah. Let's see if it will continue forwards.
How about now? Well, let's see if this is back to normal. All right, so apparently it is. So SK continuing their good form. This is the first Torpedo match I've seen. Obviously, I've seen Zende before, but I don't know how many of the others I have casted in the past. So again, we'll see if they can get any more rounds on the board. Zende's not off to a good start, actually, down to 22 HP already. You can see them moving over towards long. And yeah, they've managed to get a pick there. Have the CT side, rather. This time SK putting 3 over towards the A bomb site. So it seems that they're realizing what Torpedo's play is, although they're not going aggressive towards B, SK. So, you know, you've got to still want to play things relatively normal, not try and push out too much. Minutes on the clock here for Torpedo to make a play. Seems they're just looking for a CT to perhaps go for some information, get a pick and then play off that, but they're not being given the opportunity.
The creep, though, the creep is absolutely real here for Torpedo. They're slowly getting closer and closer to that A-bomb site. A couple players there, including the bomb. And the move, they're about to make the moves here. And I do believe that Downey might just be looking for that entry down middle as well. But once more, we're going to see these AWPs putting in work. Freeze able to pick up the first pimp. It's going to skewer Downey with his AK-47 by middle. And that is a completely denied entry so far. Darty and Atta are able to get a couple frags back though, putting it back to a 2 versus 2, but their health is too low on Atta. He cannot withstand the force of Magic's Boy's rifle, and now the bomb will be handled once again by Darty as he goes for the plant. Actually, he's just going to go for the tap, actually faking it out, trying to get a quick 1 versus 1, but it's not going to happen. The SK player is too smart for that, and they will pick up the frag in the round, and that's going to be another one. It looks very easy right now for SK. To be honest, they look head and shoulders above their opponents so far on Cobblestone.
Yeah, looks pretty comfortable. Smooth sailing, plain sailing. Other words with the word sailing.
It's luxurious sailing.
Luxurious sailing, sparkling sailing.
They've got the yachts.
They've got the yachts.
Harem inside the yacht somewhere. They've got all the finery. The grapes being fed to them.
The Bucks Fizz, Dan.
Someone's fanning them with a huge leaf.
The Bucks Fizz for those who can't take their alcohol. Get a bit of Bucks Fizz going. I think I might be a Bucks Fizz person in the future.
What is that?
It's like champagne and orange juice.
Oh, really?
Like that, yeah.
I have to try that. It sounds deliciously non-manly, but I've given up.
It's actually quite nice.
I don't need to keep up appearances anymore. I don't care. Who cares about gender roles anymore, James? Anyway, it's a thing of the past. 7-1. We have the push coming in from the T side, Torpedo. T for Torpedo, Torpedo for T. And once again, they got wrecked.
A T Torpedo, Dan.
The T Torpedo. Well, you have to wonder where the hope is for Torpedo, or more importantly, you know, where are things going wrong here? I think one of the things you could probably point towards is the general struggle that they're having on dealing with the AWPs. And you know, by and large, that's going to be, you know, one of the struggles on this map is trading against the AWPs, and generally trading against AWP. I mean, that's why the AWP is strong as a tool in this game, is because it's hard to trade against it because it can one-shot you at range. That's the big deal. So to set up against that, you need smokes, you need pop flashes for your teammates, and you need to put the AWPers in hard positions. And so far, that's just not been happening. Torpedo not really doing that to SK Gaming. Instead, SK under Freeze and the AWP Pimp have been just having really strong engagements every single time. They look super comfortable every single time they're shooting shots. They're not really under too much pressure. And here we have the T's now, Torpedo spilling out to the A site. But once again, they are food for Freeze. Oh, but Downing actually managing to find himself the M4, lining them up there on middle, leaving things down to Magic's Boy, but he's going to have the weapon advantage. In goes the nade. Nice damage. Combo with the M4. And there you go. Although they do actually kill 4 players and get a bomb down, I don't think SK are really worried. Their money is great. Like Tony the Tiger.
Oh my God. I can't work with this man anymore.
I don't know what happened.
Why did you do that? That's so lame. Do you have any idea how lame that is?
It's really lame. I don't know.
That's so lame.
It's never going to happen again.
You actually did that.
At least I did it now.
As a serious thing.
I got it out of my system.
The fact it was in your system.
Never to return.
Why would you do that?
Man of impulses. That was my impulse. Tony the Tiger. All the T's.
I don't even know what to say. That's so weird.
I'll say something.
That's super weird.
He's on the rock, big boulder.
I like the idea of the wallbang now, actually. I'm going to try that.
You know, boulders make me think of Asterix and Obelix. Obelix always carrying massive boulders around for some reason. Never.
Sometimes you've got to carry boulders, mate.
I guess it was because they would have druidic rituals, and I guess you need boulders for those.
Sometimes you need boulders. I like the pop flash by the tee over the top of the arch. Pimp was entirely blind, and now he's entirely dead, Dan. There's another play. Let's hold down the angle for the time being. The bomb is still over towards the B-bomb sites. Now there are 2 tees left on either side. And Muddy's starting to ask questions now. Is that Muddy? Indeed it is. He is in a position where he could get flanked, but his teammate's got the angle. So he's good for now. You can see that Pip has gone down. I do wonder if a T will perhaps try to retrieve that AWP. There isn't one in play for the rest of the T's at the moment. You see Atta is hanging around.
It's a lot of fire.
Shadow. Yeah, see, very nice play by Muddy there. Sees the Shadow, responds, reacts, survives.
Well, now it's down to Torpedo to play this out 3 versus 4, and that's not actually a terrible situation because they had decent in the drop, and of course you can split onto the site with that position. You can harass connector, delay rotation, but they're going to go straight for the straight split. Need to hit the frags though, and looks again very easy for SK right now. You get a couple kills out of SK, but sorry, out of Torpedo, but then they couldn't get the entries they need on the bomb site to have a chance at even getting the plant down. So it does appear like generally just pound for pound, player for player, the skill is superior on SK Gaming. But that's actually, you know, what you should expect. SK Gaming is a big brand, and Torpedo Gaming, despite being, you know, a tier 2 Swedish side, a tier 2 team is from Sweden, you know, it's not all that surprising, I would say. So here we go, Magic's Boy going for the aggression towards the B plateau. What is he going to find? Looks like he's going to find some dudes. Here are dudes, many dudes, oncoming dudes. Dudes with guns, dudes shooting guns, dudes getting kills with the guns. Now it's the 3-on-3, James.
This is a good, I was going to say this is a good chance for the T's to finally get another round on the board, and that might indeed be the case. Pimp is in danger of going down as well, and we'll see the AWP might not make a successful comeback here. Ooh, very nice snap. Always hard to see through the fire as well. So now things getting tricky for the T's. There are 2 of them, and they need to try and give themselves a crossfire. You can see Freeze has spotted the play in the chicken coop. Oh, but he's messed up his Molotov, and that could be fatal. Going to go for it anyway. There's loads of money. Surely he's not going to go for a smoke diffuse. Torpedo get their second round on the board. Their second round on the board. A reasonable score can still be had from this half, but first they're going to have to breach the SK Gaming defense with a full buy again, and that might not be so easy, as we've seen already.
Yeah, and they lost a lot of players in the previous rounds, only survived with 2, so that means that they are pretty broke if they lose this round. To say the least, it is basically a terrible situation. So I have to see how they'll be able to deal with that, should it occur, but hoping for them it does not. Now we'll get the pick attempts here. Freeze probably feeling a lot of confidence, and oh, the move there, the timing from Darty. Oh, he sees the hand. Oh, and there's the body shot. Bye-bye, Darty. You dayed, sir. You be dayed.
And the bomb there as well. I'm wondering if Freeze is willing to try and smoke it off just to be more of a nuisance to the T side, but it seems that, well, firstly, you don't want to get caught with a nade in your hand. And secondly, he wants the frags. I mean, how many kills has he got so far? 15 for 5 at the moment. He's been having a lot of fun with AWP. Double peak comes in. Great play by the CTs. That will give them a man advantage. Again. And Torpedo, oh, I was going to say, had a great opportunity there, but Magic's Boy going to shoot down straight in the head and then follow up in the chest. So 4 versus 2, and Torpedo look to be reset very shortly. Unless they can pull this off. There's still only 1 person in the B bomb site now, Asilian, but this rotation needs to come in a bit faster from his teammates. finishes off Atta, and Decent will go down as well. So this should be a 13-2 half, I would say now.
It looks like SK just like pulling out so many edges, or pulling off so many edges, from even simple things like just being more comfortable, familiar with some angles. You know, it feels like there's a lot of spots where Torpedo kind of just losing players when they can't even really make much of an aim duel happen because they're not necessarily expecting those angles that SK are holding. And so that's the clear difference, I think, in a lot of these engagements. And just like losing players, they're hemorrhaging players are the Torpedo side, and not getting value out of that, of their deaths, basically. Because somebody can die. I mean, CS is all about getting something for your investment. Like life in general. It's investing something, getting out of it. You can never be in a situation where you don't get something from a player or a grenade or whatever it is. So we have the push coming in right now. The Chaos is doing quite well actually for Torpedo, but there is one player, Pimp, in the back here with the flank, and he might just get a couple kills here. Beautifully done. He stops the bomb from being planted and picks up the 3rd kill on Zende as Zende tries to go in from what perhaps could have been an unknown angle, but Pimp responds with grace. The grace of a swan, James. He's like a swan. He's graceful.
That's fantastic, Dan. That is fantastic. I'm just looking at who picked this. It was Torpedo who picked this.
Oh god, that's bad news. Bad news.
That is not good news, Dan, at all. In fact, some would say it was bad news, Dan. So on their last force buy of the half, and Pimp, not sure if he's heard them. He must have heard them because he seems to be preparing for the onslaught, setting them up for Freeze to shut them down once again. Freeze having the time of his life right now. Truly the time of his life.
I almost want to break out into song.
When you said hemorrhaging, I wanted to say lasagna.
Why? Those two things...
Hemorrhaging lasagna then.
How can those two things be in any way linked?
We need a picture. Someone needs to make an MS Paint of someone hemorrhaging lasagna.
Do you know what hemorrhaging means? Because I have to call that into question at this point.
I do. That's why I need to see an artistic
You are
illustration.
really weird.
All I thought was lasagna then.
That's so strange.
Maybe I just want a lasagna.
Oh, this guy's bleeding everywhere. I'm so hungry right now. Okay, Magic's boy does have control of the bomb. It's unclear whether he knows exactly where it is right now, but he is trying to use the element of surprise here. And oh, the first frag, he actually gets a headshot onto Darty. See you later. Oh my god,
beautiful.
Insta pop. It's as if every single moment that Torpedo can even get an advantage, which is rare enough in this match so far. They just get clutched.
That is BG's right there, right? When the guy throws the flashbang behind you, it bounces off the wall, lands in front of you, and full flashes you. When you fully expect it to land behind you.
And instantly headshots you as well.
Yeah, that's just like...
Doesn't need to, but...
What can you do?
And the thing is that it's every player from SK that is just putting the wreckage onto Torpedo. That doesn't make really any sense, but I'm going to say it anyway. People know what I mean, it's fine. So, 13-2, Torpedo won the first pistol round, by the way, if you missed that. Then they probably lost everything else.
Then they got fully wrecked for all the other rounds, apart from one.
Yeah, so let's see what the pistol strat looks like for SK. They're going to drop 2 players down to drop. They're going to try to split onto B. I think they forgot the bomb, so 2 players kind of delayed their timing, like, oh crap, got to go back for the bomb. And now I think Modi has heard the stepping, so this is going to work out perfectly. And he gets the flanking shot. So we're in for a very fast map 1, I would seem. I think we started 15 minutes or 20 minutes late, and so I think we've had about 20 minutes of play so far, and it already looks like SK are about to win the first map. Not their pick, by the way.
Yeah. Second map will be Mirage, and if it goes to the third map, which would be a surprise at this point, that would be Overpass. So you've got 1 player mid for Torpedo, 1 player up top A who's moved into danger. Now they're fairly close to each other, so maybe they can combine their efforts. But SK looking to get this over and done with quickly. Got 4 guys moving up a B and 1 lower. Not the start they wanted though. Flank coming in from Downey as well. Can he take some of these players down? That's the question. CZ comes in, takes a kill, and moves away again. So now these players are going to become a nuisance for the SK side. You've got 2 on the site itself.
Yeah, Modi's done a good job though. He's cleared out the initial flanker, and then now that leaves just one guy on the site. Decent's going to face 2 players. He gets a frag, but leaving Zende in a 1 versus 2, and then now they know where he is, and he didn't get the frag for his with the element of surprise. He did not reward himself with a frag, so that's unfortunate for him. Now he's got to just get 2 straight up frags. They are both quite low now, and the 5-7 is very nice. It's nice.
Nice.
Some may say. But is it nice enough for the job? No, it is not. Good smokes going down actually from the SK Gaming side. Those proved very successful, limiting the options for the remaining Zende. Now, 15-2, 1 round to go for SK, and Torpedo have an awful buy. SK Gaming can do pretty much whatever they want to close this one out. They could try to go for a B play, delayed B play, but I could see a lot of teams thinking in this kind of situation that they'd like to use their nades to slowly clear out A and then use the weapon advantage more consistently, then play the chaos and maybe against the stack that could be on the B site, which I think would be quite common in a spot like this. Because the CT side in this kind of position, usually you would expect them to be taking some huge risks and doing some abnormal setups to try to save their game. And it's not happening though. They're playing it incredibly normally instead. And considering that they have no nades and crappy weapons, that is going to be very difficult for them.
So, will SK commit to the drop? Yes, they will. 1 player goes in. And still one on the higher ground. 2nd player goes in as well. So the split is going to be quite decent. You see what I did there? Oh my god. Let's see, the guy holding the flank is rotating as well from the A bomb site. So this should be a formality, but you never know. It's going a bit slowly for the team. And now an AK has been collected. Modi and Asilian quite tagged, so this could be a little bit tricky. Definitely going to rely on Freeze on the left here. He's going to be the key man, and he's been taken down. So now we're down to 1 versus 1. Zende could save this for his team. He's got all his HP, but he doesn't know where the last player is, if he's behind that box or if he's towards the chicken coop. But he seems convinced that he's in this position. Oh, Modi just a little bit too patient there. And Torpedo's score down will increase by 50%.
However, SK will have plenty to throw at them in this round as well, I should think. And indeed, they have more than enough to just try to get it in. They want to get it in, they want to get it over with. Tech 9s, nades, they can just go for a very fast chaotic play towards either side of the map, sorry. B is probably much better of an option because you can use the Tech 9s as sacrificial pawns, getting it in there very quickly, able to rush forwards into very forward positions very, very quickly, and that is very disruptive for the CT defense, allowing the AKs to get good engagements. That is the idea. Let's see if they can pull it off. They do have the appropriate pop flashes for the predictable positions that are close to the approach. So far, it looks like they cannot deal with Atta, who is in that position down low, and it looks to be the case that we're going to get 3rd person round here. Fantastic. Look at the carnage. Just spazzing out everywhere. There we go. There we go. So 2 versus 2 in this situation. Bomb is down, and it's not down and planted. It is just there, lying there out in the open. What are the CTs going to do? We have a big rotation coming out from one of our 2T players. Is it actually? I think it's Magis Boy. Is it? No, it's okay. It would be Pim. So Pim looking for the 1 versus 2 here with the Tech 9 and the flash. Don't know that he'll be able to pick up any weapons. I don't think that he should be able to. But the Tech 9 will be quite strong if he's going to get this close range engagement. It's a free one. The freebie comes in, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Will he be able to pick up the next weapon, or frag rather, or potentially a weapon as well? That would be nice. That would be positive. He does have 25 seconds, so there's still time to work with, although it's starting to get a little bit tight. Darty definitely sweating at this point. Oh, the UMP is picked up by Pimp. He's going to go in for the frag right now. No fear and no hesitation. He's going to get it done. And that's map 1 taken convincingly, without a doubt. by the SK side, 16-3. That was absolutely just savage, really.
Yeah, it was just a fairly solid performance by SK. I mean, 16-3, Torpedo won the pistol round and lost pretty much everything else. I'm not sure that there's very much to say, apart from they seem to be outclassed by a stronger team, quite simply.
Yeah, absolutely. That's basically it. We'll have to see how map 2 goes. Mirage, the pick of SK.
Yeah.
So you'd probably think that things could only get worse for Torpedo, but we'll have to wait and find out, I suppose.
Yeah, and that will be coming your way just after the break. See you back here in a few minutes.
Bomb has been planted.
Gaming Bets. We accept bets on computer games online since 2011. Referral system for regular users and the first deposit bonus. Gaming devices store and the best choice of payment systems. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, Counter-Strike and StarCraft, World of Tanks and League of Legends. EGB.com. You know for sure who's going to win.
Getting tired of playing with the usual skins but don't have enough money to buy a new one? Get rich fast with csgofast.com. CS Go Fast. It's a strong chance of winning in every game. Several rooms with different game modes. Daily, more than 1,000 games, 5,000 players, and 25,000 skins at stake. You don't need much in order to sweep the board.
Angry because you missed a big play? Tired of staying up all night to create highlight videos?
Introducing LiveCut.tv. Simply press the capture button and bam! A highlight from the past 60 seconds will be instantly recorded.
Get posts from streamers and fans around the world. Achieve legendary status Kappa.